Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am your host, the notorious H.I.M, and I am back with another Wi-Fi battle for you. And I am debuting a brand new team, and I am featuring Walking Wake, bro. This shit just dropped. It took a little bit of while just to kind of get a battle for this, because obviously, as you guys know, I have to breed these up from scratch. So some of these mons I had to definitely kind of breed up, but I definitely appreciate if you guys can just like, share, subscribe. Definitely appreciate all that, and it shows me that you appreciate my efforts. But my opponent has a pretty interesting team. Looking at his mons, I have to get the Clodsire out of the way. If I can't manage to get that out of the way, it's gonna be a real tough time for me. So I'm thinking here, you know, I'm really not too sure what he wants to lead with. But I'm thinking I'm going to lead with Cinderace, right? I am choice banded on the Cinderace, so whatever I do hit, it's going to do a lot of damage, a lot of chip damage. So out comes Bugs Bunny here. What's up, Doc? And I go for a big U-turn in this guy's face. I know the Glimmora is probably packing the toxic debris, so if I see the toxic debris, I'm going to go out into Clodsire. If I don't see it, I'm just going to go out into Espeon. So I'm really not too afraid of this thing. Out comes the toxic debris, and he is rocking the Rocky helmet, so that's gonna be a lot of crucial information, because typically these things like to run the focus sash to try to get up you know, hazards and stuff like that. So I decide, you know what, let's go out into Oswald here to my Clodsire just to eat up those toxic spikes. That's gonna be very, very helpful for me later on. He goes for a big power gem, and true say, I'm fully specially defensive with Clodsire, so I'm really not afraid of him going for attacks. I could very easily kill this thing off. But I'm thinking, okay, now is probably my best opportunity to try to get off like a Stealth Rocks. I know that he has some other mons that could come in and probably do some damage to me. I mean, looking at his team, the only mon that really doesn't want to deal with the Stealth Rocks or has an ability or the ability to kind of remove them is either the Glimmora or the Water Chicken. So he goes out into his own Clodsire. True say, this is not the best play for my opponent. Honestly, I'm gonna get up my Stealth Rocks right now, and I could very easily predict him to go for his own Stealth Rocks and go out into Espeon here. So I'm really not sure why he made this play, but you know, very easily here I could just start going for Earthquakes. You know, I could go for a Toxic, predicting him to go out. You know, there's really a lot of different things that I could do. And I'm deciding, you know what, maybe it might be best for me to go on the offensive, right? Like, I have to get this Clodsire up out of here if I'm going to allow Walking Wake to have a good battle. Like, I can't allow his Clodsire to just keep sticking around the battle. Once that mon is gone, it's just going to open up everything else to be able to take damage. So I'm thinking about going on the offensive here. And that's exactly what I do. I go out into this big Tusk here, this big great Tusk here, Manny, and he don't play no games, bro. I am rocking leftovers on this thing, but obviously I'm max attack, max speed, so it really doesn't matter what he wants to do. He could have very easily gone for like a Toxic there, and true say, I definitely didn't want that, but he goes for the Mud Slap, lowers my speed. I'm going for the big Headlong Rush. Like, that's my play 100%. Nothing is going to want to take that, right? Like, I could go for like a cheeky knockoff or something, but I'm trying to get this Clodsire up out of here, and I do. I get the huge Headlong Rush up on this thing, and this thing gets K'd right over, bro. So he's definitely not going to have a good time. Obviously, now that he had the Mud Slap off, I am a little bit slower, but I'm not too afraid. So whatever he wants to bring in, be my guest, bro. Like, I'm really not afraid of whatever he has. I could very easily just go for another Headlong Rush. I could go for, you know, a close combat knockoff. I could even go for some rapid spins to try to get my speed up. So really and truly, there's really not much that he really wants to do here. Out comes that Water Chicken, so he can very easily Aqua Step right in my face, start getting speed up, and I really don't want that. That's honestly what I'm predicting him to do. If he goes for an Ice Spinner, that'll be next level, bro. Like, I really wouldn't predict him to go for an Ice Spinner here. I'm really predicting him just to go for the water move. So I'm just thinking, you know what? Let's go out into Clodsire here, right? Really and truly, I really shouldn't risk Clodsire like this, because obviously if he brings the Glimmora in on a physical attack, it's gonna get the Toxic Spikes, and I really don't want that. So I go out into my Clodsire here, Oswald, and I really don't know what this thing wants to do. Like I said before, I'm predicting him to go for Aqua Step, so if he goes for anything else, it's gonna surprise me. He ends up going for the Air Slash, which I definitely didn't think he would be packing. I don't really know why he's running, you know, the Air Slash on this. Maybe just for coverage, or maybe he is a mixed set. I really don't know. But I'm gonna go for a Toxic here, right? Like, if he wants to go out into something, be my guest, bro. If you want to bring back in the Glimmora, that's totally fine. If you want to go out into the Grafaiai, that's totally fine. He ends up making the Grafaiai play, which obviously, pretty good play for my opponent, right? Obviously, he's not going to be able to do nothing. The Toxic's not even going to affect him. So now I have to make a choice. Do I want to stay in on this? I really don't know what Grafaiai really likes to do. I definitely have to use this in a battle just to see what it does. But I'm going to go for Earthquake. If I can get this thing up out of here, or if he wants to switch out and get some chip damage on something else, that's totally fine. He goes for a big knockoff on me, show me the Quick Claw, so True Say, that's totally fine. I mean, me not having my Black Sludge, I will trade that for getting rid of the Grafaiai, which is great, man. Like, True Say, things are working in a way for me that as long as I can play carefully here, I may be able to just sweep with Walking Wake later on. That's my ultimate goal here, just to kind of showcase the Walking Wake. This thing is absolute beast, bro. This thing is an absolute monster, bro. Like, in the sun, in the rain, Walking Wake, don't care, bro. Walking Wake is amazing. So I take this time to go out into Franklin here. And True Say, I'm really not expecting this Garchomp to be able to do much to me. Obviously, he can go for a big Earthquake, and that's going to hurt a lot. But as long as I get the sun up, True Say, I'm going to be a threat to everything else. I'm just pretty much trying to set the stage for Walking Wake to come in here. So I decide, you know what? If he wants to go for another Earthquake, I would be totally fine with that, but I'm going to go for a Yawn. If he decides to switch out, that's going to be very impactful for me later on. He ends up going for the Sandstorm, and I really never really expected that to see that on the Garchomp, unless he's rocking the Sand Veil, which I believe, you know, obviously in Smogon, it is banned, but not everybody online plays by Smogon rules, so I decide, you know what, I have to make a play into something here. I really don't want anything just coming in for free, so I decide, you know what, let's go out into Great Tusk here. If anything, I'll be able to get off a big headlong rush on something and then bring back in Clodsire later on. So, Franklin later on. He ends up making the Glimmora play, which honestly, you know, with me going into Manny, I'm not too afraid of this. I still have my Clodsire, and as long as I have that, this is not going to appreciate a headlong rush, right? Like, that's the biggest moral of this story. You're not going to appreciate the big headlong rush. So that's exactly what I could go for. If I want to get chip damage on anything, that's the best play for me to make. So that's exactly what I go ahead and do. I go for a big headlong rush, knock this thing clean out, bro. This thing is up out of here. He don't want no smoke, bro. There's nothing he can really do. Obviously, he could bring back in that Water Chicken and start going for another Aqua Step. So obviously, with me having lower defenses, I really don't want to take those chances. And that's what I'm predicting to go out into, is bring out his answer for this, which is most likely going to be his water starter, the Palavo, or whatever it's called. Obviously, I'm still getting the leftover, so I'm not really too afraid. Like I said, I still have Franklin in the back, so I could always get rid of this Sandstorm later on by bringing in the Torkoal. So now I have to make a decision, right? Like, I've already decided that I'm going to allow Clodsire to be the guy, right? Like, if he wants to go for the Aqua Step, be my guest, I'll absorb it. If he goes for the Ice Spinner, that's a bad play, right? But at least I'm getting off the Toxic Spikes, which is the most important thing. Because if anything, I can always just bring in Franklin, get the sun up, and then go out into Walking Wake, and I will be a nightmare for everything. So you really don't want that smoke, bro. You have to play really creatively to try to get ahead of me. So that's exactly the play that I'm going to make right now. I'm going to go out into Torkoal right now, get the sun up, and now I'm going to be a nightmare for this guy. I'm running on this a little bit more speed than special attack. So when I get the sun boost, the Protosynthesis, I'm actually going to be +1 speed, which is going to be great, bro. I'll be able to outspeed anything. Even with a Choice Scarf, this thing is just so naturally fast that having that plus having the Choice Specs on this, I'm going to be able to demolish everything, bro. Like, nothing is going to want to take an attack from Walking Wake, bro. Like, this thing is an absolute nightmare, bro. Like, you really don't want no smoke with the Walking Wake. So my play here 100% is to go out into Franklin, get the sun back up, and then be able to be an absolute nightmare to this guy. He goes for the Garchomp. True Say, that was a clean switch by my opponent. I really didn't expect him to do anything like that. I was actually expecting him to probably just attack me with the Glimmora. So True Say, I really don't have any reason to not go for an attack here. So that's exactly what I go ahead and do. Obviously, he could just go for an Earthquake and outspeed me, and that would be totally fine as long as he doesn't get up the Sandstorm. If he goes for Sandstorm, I'm switching out. If not, I'm just gonna go for Walk and Wake. So I'm praying that he actually kills me here. If he kills me, it'll be the best case scenario. He does. He goes for the big Earthquake and knocks Franklin clean out. Thank you so much, Franklin. Definitely appreciate what you were able to do, because for the next 8 turns, I'm gonna be an absolute nightmare to this thing. Now it's time. Enter Walking Wake. Jesus Lizard himself, bro. He gonna be walking on water all over this guy. Like, he really don't want that smoke. So I get my speed boost with the Protosynthesis, and now there's nothing he could do, right? Like, nothing wants to take the Hydro Steam for this. But I'm gonna go plus Ultra, bro. I'm gonna go for the big Tera and Hydro Steam right in this guy's face. This thing doesn't stand a chance, bro. Like, this thing is gonna get knocked out no matter what, bro. Like, I'm getting the choice specs, the boost from the sun, and the Tera, bro. This is a nuke right here, bro. Nothing wants to take this. Yo, this Walking Wake is amazing, bro. I'm so happy I was able to get this thing. I go for the big Hydro Steam, and obviously I know that this is going to clean this thing up, right? H.I.M doesn't stand a chance, bro. Like, there's no way that he'll be able to outspeed. I get the speed boost with the sun, so I basically have like a choice scarf and a choice specs on this thing. So this thing is amazing, bro. This thing is an absolute unit, bro, that you really don't want no smoke with this. So out comes the Spiritomb, and true say, I didn't count this entire battle, so I have no idea if he's gonna be able to get off a move on me. But my play 100% just to go for the Hydro Steam. Like I said, I'm Terra'd, I got the plus boost from the sun, and I'm going for the Hydro Steam, bro. This is a nightmare situation for my opponent. The Spiritomb gets clean knocked out, clean KO right on that Spiritomb. Goodbye, Spiritomb, bro. That's 2 mons down. He really doesn't have much that can really do anything, because obviously his only stop to this thing would have been the Clodsire, but he foolishly let that thing go down. Now comes his, I believe this is his last mon, bro, and as you guys can see, you know, Walking Wake, he done just walked on water on everybody. Like, Walking Wake is officially goated on the channel, so I don't think that this is going to be able to live a Hydro Steam, so we're going to definitely have to see. Let's see how much damage this does. Even with the choice specs, I don't think this thing will be able to to live. He goes for a Tera himself. He goes for the Tera Water, but what are you going to really do to this thing? Nothing is going to be able to knock this thing out, and of course, I have other mons in the back that can clean this thing up. So if I haven't done so already, guys, please rate, comment, subscribe, and definitely leave a like for the Walking Wake, bro. This thing is an absolute unit. Guys, it's been so much fun playing with this team. I've had a lot of fun, and I really do appreciate all the support on the channel. He goes for a big Aqua Step, but that's not enough, bro. And another Hydro Steam is over, bro. So guys, it's been a really great battle. I definitely appreciate it. I am your host, H.I.M, and I love you guys. Peace!